After having another Ignite Accelerator course last night, and having an angel investor come in, listen to our pitches, give a presentation, and give us advice on what investors are looking for, how to frame your pitch, and what to understand when sharing your business to not only investors but users as well. There are two main things we came away with. The first is that absolutely nobody cares about your business. All they care about is the problem that you are going to solve. And if you can convey that need and the fact that you're able to solve it, that is what's going to bring you success. Now, kind of tying into the other big piece of value is that investors are looking for the fact that a problem exists and people are willing to pay to solve it, as well as your ability to actually solve that problem. Now, the first is obvious. Is there a problem? Is there a need? Have people shown that they will actually pay for this? So is this a viable business? And the other thing is, you as people, can these investors not only invest in the business, but invest in you? Because there are a lot of scenarios where you might be pitching for a specific product, and maybe months or a year or two down the line, you realize you need to do a complete pivot. And these investors are still invested in your business. So you need to understand that they're not only looking to see if this is a good business, they're looking to see if you have what it takes to make it work, whether it's this iteration or some future iteration of that business. A lot of companies go through funding and then eventually realize they need to pivot and go somewhere else. And you need to have the resilience and grit as a founder to be able to take those failures and multiply them into a different type of success down the line. So those are the two biggest takeaways we had. Now, today we are going to, two things today actually. One is at 2 p.m., which is hosted by Prism Title, which is just a title company, and they have an event that is about new litigation in Wisconsin for real estate, specifically about the Affidavit of Interest, which I won't go into right now. But that's a good chance for us not only to learn, obviously, and understand the Wisconsin side of real estate, but also connect with a lot of people in the off-market space, because this Affidavit of Interest mainly affects wholesalers and people in this off-market space. So we're trying to figure out what's the best way to go around this. Obviously, we're there to learn, but we also want to present ourselves and present PropertyDeals and maybe even get potential future users. And then after that, we have Founders Fest, which is from 5 to 9, I think, something like that. And that's just a good place to get networking and find more individuals who either we can talk to, help, connect with, find as advisors, which we actually did last time. Actually, that was Founders Day. There's too many events. But we actually just talked to a software engineer and project manager yesterday, and he gave us some good tips on how to go about the Q&A or quality assurance which is like just bug fixing, testing, reviewing, all that for the platform. And we got his feedback on creating those new user stories and how to properly go about communicating that with the developer so that we are most efficient and keeping communication lines open and transparent. That's all we got for today. Tomorrow we have another meeting with a project manager level software engineer, and also going to be talking to him about the development moving forward, what that might look like. He also is very connected in that space, so maybe even getting talent from him. That's all I got for you guys today. See you guys next time. Free Palestine.